broken to healthy, wealthy, and happy, building a grooming business on your terms. Today's episode is sponsored by the Price Increase Masterclass, a 6-module masterclass where we teach you how to formulate and implement your price increases so that you can finally make money and grow your business. So this week's topic is how much is enough? As you guys know, I do teach an online course called Personal Finance on a Leash, where I teach you guys how to make your money work for you. A lot of you guys are earning a lot of money. You're just not making it work for you. I was just on a coaching call, like literally a little bit over an hour ago. And when we broke out how much they had to earn per day, per month, they were probably earning that money already, but they had no idea where their money was going. And one of the topics I often hear with groomers is how groomers can't make enough money, or how we're not meant to be rich and we should accept being poor. And I reject that. I reject all of that. I don't think that just because I want to work with animals that I should be poor. And I don't think that my son deserves to be poor because his mother chooses to work with animals. Same thing as I don't believe that people who work with children should be poor. Now, I definitely think you can pick jobs in that industry where you're not going to make a lot of money. But one thing I did with that coaching client, and again, I'm going to pull up my calculator because I want to make sure I have all the right numbers, is if you want to make 6 figures grooming. Now, this is assuming that you own your own business, because obviously if you are working for somebody else, it's going to be a little bit different. But if you want to make 6 figures, so at least $100,000, before taxes, before overhead, all of that. Let's take $100,000 really quick, guys. Okay, so we got our $100,000. We're going to divide that by 50 weeks. So, because we need 2 weeks off, right, guys? We really should take at least 2 weeks off. I take at least 4. Hopefully you take at least 2. Okay, so 50 weeks off. That's only $2,000 a week, which sounds like a lot of money. But if you're working in a shop, let's say it's $50 a dog. It's like $40 a week. If you're working a 5-day week, that is 8 dogs at $50. Now this is gross. So if you guys have never heard net versus gross. Gross is all of the money, net is after you pay things. But you need 8 dogs at $50 a day, 5 days a week. Now, if that number, let's go back to the $2,000 a week. Let's assume that you're going to charge $75 a dog. That's 27, we'll round up. Okay? Let's divide that again by 5. That's only 5.5 dogs. Again, go back to the $2,000. Now, if you're like me and you charge $100, a lot of my mobile clients are charging $100 a small dog. A lot of people I know that are in shops are moving to these luxury boutique-y $100 a dog. So it's not uncommon. I can't tell you how many coaching clients I coach to go from 65 to 100 or 120. And it must be done strategically, and it must be done well, and it must be with the client in mind. It's not price gouging. It just has to be the best thing for you, and therefore the best service you can offer your client. But at that, $100 per pet, that's only 20 pets a week. Divided by 5 days a week, is 4 pets. Now, this person can probably do, let's say 8 dogs times $100 per dog. $800 a day. So let's say they work again 5 days a week. They're earning $4,000 a week. And now let's times it by that 50. That's $200,000. So when you guys talk about how you can't earn 6 figures as a groomer, that's not true. Because in this instance, this person is charging $100 a dog, 8 dogs a day, which is not unheard of. And even if they want to make $100,000, they could spend $100,000 between taxes and overhead and still make 6 figures. So it's not impossible. The question we have today, though, is how much is enough? How do you decide if you've earned enough money, or if you're making enough money? A lot of that is based upon your dreams, your goals, your lifestyle, and your choices. So had you asked River when I was 18, I would have said like $2,000 a month was more than enough. I would have been happy as a clam with a consistent $2,000 a month. And the same thing when Ronan was really little. $2,000 a month would have been really consistent and really nice. Now, if I make $6,000 to $10,000 a month, it's basically break even because my lifestyle's a lot more comfortable. It's a lot nicer. I'm not eating out at fast food every day. I'm enjoying myself more. So, it's just different. And so one thing I will tell you guys is that in Savvy Groomer, we teach the survive, live, thrive. And the way that basically works is survive is keep food on the table, keep gas in the car, try to live, try to be just paycheck to paycheck and keep your head above water. It's not fun to live there. And a lot of times we unintentionally end up emotionally trapped there. And it's not fun. It's not fun to feel like you're a failure, feel like at any time everything can be taken from you. That's really not a positive place to be. So where do you go from there? So once you have enough money, they no longer live paycheck to paycheck. Where do you go? You go to live. And in live, what you end up doing is you get comfortable. That's where our Netflix is. That's where our going out to eat is. That's where all these things that make us comfortable are. Subscriptions, cable, internet, a phone, anything like that. What happens is a lot of times you guys get stuck there. You get stuck and live. And the problem with getting stuck there is that you can't thrive. Just being comfortable enough. And that's really where I see these groomers that say you can't earn a lot grooming. And it's because they have chosen to stay either in survive or in live. But to get to thrive, where you have health insurance that's not paid by your husband or by a significant other. This is where we get our health insurance, right? We get our disability insurance. This is where we get our retirement. This is where this money comes from. This is buying the house. This is all of the positive things that we want to do with our life. That's where you have to decide where is enough. And for every one of you guys, it's going to be different. I have sacrificed deeply. So I am very comfortable saying that I will not live under $100,000 a year. I just won't. Because I want to be comfortable. I want to not have to worry about money. That's very important to me. When you're sitting there, I want you guys to imagine how much money you need. And again, I would write this all down, and we teach this in Personal Finance on a Leash. Write down how much money you need to just pay the bills and keep your head above water. Okay? Then how much do you need in live? How much money do you need to be comfortable? To have creature comforts. Okay? And then thrive. Now, figure out how much it would cost you either to buy the house, pay off the house, pay off all your debts, never have to take out money again, have 6 months to a year worth of personal expenses and 6 months to a year worth of business expenses in your account. And that is live. A paid for house, lots of money in the bank, just relaxing. Everything you do is a choice. And thrive is where I think you know how much is enough. Do you want a house in the woods? Do you want a house on the beach, maybe? Do you want to only work 2 days a week? What is it that makes you happy? And I want you guys to really dive deep, think about how much money is enough. Part of that's going to be doing your budget and figuring out how much money you are spending. If you guys are interested in learning more about the Price Increase Masterclass, be sure to visit me at savvygroomer.com/PIMC. This is a 6-module masterclass where we teach you to formulate and implement your price increases so you can finally make money and grow your business. Thank you so much for joining me for this episode of the best of Grow Wealthy Grooming. Be sure to visit me at savvygroomer.com to see our current opportunities to work with me and growing your pet grooming business, plus more free resources for you to learn. See us in our free Facebook community, Savvy Pet Professionals. And as always, guys, happy grooming.